Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend so far, and I hope the weather is as amazing by you as it has been here by me. I'm in northern Illinois, a southwest suburb of Chicago, and it has been in the upper 70s and low 80s all week long. It's been absolutely beautiful. We've had a little bit of light rain here and there, a little bit of heavier rain late at night, but otherwise it's been absolutely wonderful. And I hope things are perfect by you as well. Today we're going to be working on our Resilient project. It's a project that we kind of started a few, like a month or so ago we picked it up a couple times. I think this is episode 3, I think, if I remember correctly. Last time we got together, we put together a color chart, which I'll show you guys that again in just a minute. But today we're actually going to get started on some blocks. I'm hopeful that we're going to actually make a block today. I'm really hoping that we get there. So let me hop into chat, say hello to everybody in chat, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with this project. Before we do that, I just wanted to remind everyone, if you're interested in getting a coffee mug just like mine, you can do !merch in chat. It'll give you a link. We've got some other fun things there that you can choose from as well. Also, just a quick heads up, there is no live stream next week. I'm going to be out of town. In fact, we're going to be doing a little bit of an impromptu meet and greet. I'll tell you about that in just a second, but I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a road trip, a little bit of an extended vacation with some friends and family, and I'm really excited for it. I've been looking forward to it for a long time. The kids and we're all going. It's a road trip that we used to do a long time ago, and now we're going to pick it back up again. It's an adult road trip, so this will be fun. We're going down to Nashville, which is a lot of fun. On the way down to Nashville, we're going to be stopping in Hankook's of Paducah, which I am so I think it's Hancock's. I think it's Hancock's of Paducah. We're going to be stopping there on Friday at around noon, 11:30 to noon. So we're really excited about that. So if you're in that area and you're interested in meeting up with me just to say hi, I would love to meet anyone in person. So if you're interested, between 11:30 and noon, Hancock's of Paducah, look for the bright orange car. That'll be me. Trust me, you can't miss it. Look for the bright orange SUV. That'll be me. And hopefully I'll get to meet some of you there. If that's okay. I'm really excited to be able to join to look at that place. I've yet to be there. I've driven past it a couple times, but I've yet to be able to go in. So I'm really excited for that. We're on a bit of a tight schedule, so I can't stay all day, obviously, but an hour or so just to say hi to everybody, walk around the store, maybe pick up a couple of things. We'll have to wait and see. So I'm really excited for that. All right, so let me hop in chat, say hello to everybody. I noticed that Terry is back in chat. Yay, Terry! I'm so glad we got whatever that was figured out and you're back with us. Thank you so much for that. Thanks for your patience with that. I'm sorry for whatever it was that happened, but I'm glad we got it sorted out and you're back with us. So good morning. Welcome to the channel. Thanks so much. Very first person in chat again this morning, Brett46. I am so grateful for your dedication to this channel. You're always in there at least an hour beforehand, so I really truly appreciate it. You're on every live stream with us. It's just so wonderful, and I think you're even part of our Facebook group as well. So really, truly, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. I said, Terry, good morning to Terry already. Good morning, Terry. It's so great to see you. Lorraine, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Happy Sunday morning to you. Hi, Judy. It is so good to see you as well. Judy makes it almost every week, so I appreciate that also. Patty says, oh my God, I'm here before Danny. Well, good morning, Patty. Thanks so much for being here early. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Hi, Kathy. Good morning. It's so great to see you. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. If you haven't already, make sure you go check Kathy's channel out. If you do !Kathy in chat, you can hang out with her. I love hanging out with her channel. I watch her channel more than I actually participate in it. A lot of times I'm at work, so I can't really do the chat thing at work, because people are watching. But I will listen to her channel a lot, and it is so much fun to watch her. She has so many fun guests on her channel. Her and Xander are always doing something really fun and exciting. It's like a quilt retreat every time you watch. It's so much fun. So make sure you check that out, !Kathy. Good morning again to you, Kathy. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Let me see. Hi, Linda. Good morning. She says, hello, a little late. That's okay, Linda. No worries. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Bradford says, I live a boring life. That's all right, Brett. You're hanging out with us, so it couldn't possibly be too boring. But we appreciate it. Hi, Nancy. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Happy Sunday morning to you. I think that's everybody in chat right now. I think I'm all caught up right now. If I missed you, I apologize. Please make sure you say hello in chat. Make sure you tag me. You can do that A with the at symbol around it. That's the A with the circle around it, or the shift in the number 2 on your keyboard. And then type in "so not an expert." And what that does is it highlights it on the screen for me, so then that way I don't miss it. So good morning to you. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Lori. Good morning. Gosh, I haven't seen that name before. I think maybe you might be new to the channel or you've been lurking before, but good morning. Thanks so much for joining me. Speaking of new to the channel, if you are new to the channel, if you've subscribed within the last 2 weeks, thank you so much. Please make sure you say hi in chat. I would love to officially introduce you to the channel. Thank you so much. We have received over 20 subscribers in the last 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on. I'm not questioning it. I think it's amazing. I am so excited to meet all kinds of new friends. So thank you so much for that. But we are super duper close to our 600 goal. And actually I set a goal of, I think 750 is the goal I actually set for the end of the year. So we're super close to that. So good morning, Lori. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. So we're going to get started on our resilient project this morning. But first, I need to take a sip of this coffee. Give me just a second. Yummy, yummy, yummy. All right, as you have probably noticed, our moderator, Lucas, is not in the channel yet. He may pop in a little later. He has a summer job that makes him get up really super early on a Sunday morning. So he is actually attending to the pools in our park district right now. So he might pop in a little later and say hello, but he is not there right now. So I have to be on my game. Someone had made the recommendation that maybe it might be time for me to start looking for another moderator. And that is absolutely true. I think it may actually be time. I think, Lucas has been real busy. He's fantastic. He's amazing. I love having him as a moderator, but it might be time to get a backup. So if you're interested in being a moderator on our channel, you are a regular subscriber, you watch the channel every day, and it's something that you might be interested in, please send me an email. Let me know about it so that I can think about it. I have a couple people in mind, and I'm kind of hoping that they reach out to me, but we'll have to wait and see who reaches out. So if you're interested in being a moderator for the channel here, you watch almost every week, and you participate in chat quite a bit, please send me an email, let me know, and we can discuss it a little bit more. There's no fee. It's completely free. It's volunteer only. I'm not charging. Nobody can charge me. I'm not paying anything for anything. It's all just a volunteer basis. So, but if you're interested, please email me. Everybody's saying hello to Lori in chat. Well, thank you so much for making her feel welcome. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Nancy says it's raining by her in Western Kentucky. Linda says she's losing on her thimble race already. That's all right, Linda. It's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me show you what we worked with last time. You guys may remember it was a little weird. It's not something that I'm used to. It's definitely not something I've done before, but this is a block planning sheet, which basically we took all of our pieces of fabric and we cut them up into little squares and then we laid them all out randomly. And this is what we're going to be actually using to make our blocks. So the blocks seem a little complicated to me. Let me show you guys what the pattern looks like in case you've forgotten. You can also see it in the thumbnail as well, but this is what it looks like. That's what it looks like there. And it doesn't look complicated, and I don't think that the directions really are that complicated. I think it's just because we're using all kinds of different colors put together. It's going to take me a minute to get through it. So we're going to work on it one at a time just to make sure that we can get these done correctly. Lori says she doesn't catch the lives often, but she catches the replays. Well, Lori, I really appreciate that. Thank you for catching the replays. Thank you for being here. Dawn, good morning. Thanks so much. She says, howdy, and good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dawn. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Terry says, there's lots of color in that pattern, Danny. Yes, there is. There's going to be. Where the fabric line that we're using is Anne of Green Gables. I think it's a Robert Kaufman. Anne of Green Gables. It's still available. I've seen some pieces of it before, so if you're interested in that, please check that out at your local retailer. But it's absolutely beautiful. I'm loving the greens and the purples. Those are my two very favorite colors, as you guys know already. Most of you know, anyway, I should say. Purple and green are two of my very favorite colors, so I'm excited to see how this one looks. and how this one turns out. So we're going to start with block 1 today. We're going to just do one block. Now there might be a way for me to go ahead and do these in mass, but first I'm going to get myself comfortable with making them, make a couple of them first, make sure they work okay, and then we'll continue to move forward from there. I don't have a whole lot of scrap. Oh, well, actually, I take that back. I have a decent amount of scrap, so if we screw something up, I think we're going to be able to fix it. But we're going to start with block 1 and see how things go. Yes, Terry, there are so many shades of green and purples that'll complement each other. They really will. I'm really excited for this one. I'm hoping it turns out as well as I hoped. I've had this fat quarter bundle forever. I've had it for like 2 or 3 years now, and I've just been trying to find a pattern that really showcases those fabrics as best as I can. Big chunk pieces that will showcase this, and I'm really hoping that this pattern does it justice. Sorry. Hi, Kelly. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. She says, hi, my quilting friends. Good morning. So great to see you. Thanks for joining us today. All right. So let's get started on block 1. Now, from what I can tell from reading the instructions, it looks like we're going to need 2 pieces of all of the numbers except for 1. So let's go ahead and start with that. So what I mean by that is we're going to need 2 squares, because we cut all of our fabric into squares. We're going to need 2 squares for each one of these fabrics. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those really quickly for our fabric 1. It's going to be a little tricky. We're all over here. So let's see if we can do this here. Let me pull them out. There we go. All right. So here's all of our fabrics cut into our squares. We're going to need to pull the fabrics now. And it's going to be a little tricky because some of them are just like solid pieces on this block because they were so tiny. So it's going to take me a minute to figure out which is which here. So give me just a second. I know this is one. There's one. And here's one. So how is everyone's weekend so far? Hope everyone's having a fantastic weekend so far. Anybody do anything fun and exciting? Is anybody on an adventure right now that's joining us? Yes, Dawn, the sheet is going to help prevent us from pairing up 2 of the fabrics together. And it's also kind of helping us plan it because the way the block is laid out, we have to make sure that certain colors are together. So we're trying to make sure that we do these the right way. Trying to grab the fabrics together. Go. 2 of this one. And now I just have to figure out which fabric that one is. I have a purple fabric here that I'm just not sure which one it is. Let's see if we can figure it out. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one because I already have that one. Not that one. No. No. I think it might actually be a duplicate. Because it looks like it's the same as this one. Yeah, it does actually look like a duplicate. Alright, so let's do something silly here. Let's swap some pieces out real quick. Hold on, sorry. We want to make sure we don't have any duplicates. So, I'm going to grab this one instead. This one instead. Grab this one. Good morning, Gazella. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. She says she can walk almost properly. That's really exciting. Congratulations. Dawn says she's cutting out fabrics for a new pixel quilt. Not all my fabrics have arrived, so cutting and more cutting. Oh my goodness. That sounds like fun. The cutting process is actually, I enjoy the cutting process. I feel like it's therapeutic in some ways, although it can also be very stressful. So, all right, I think I've got all the pieces that we need here. We can always pull more if we need. But let's go ahead and get started. So the first instructions say that we need to match up color 1 and color 2, which I've switched them out. So it's this one and this one. I need one of each of those. We're going to be making these into half square triangles. So it says to mark the back of one of these from corner to corner. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab this one here. I grabbed a pencil. What did I do with my, here's my pencil. I'm going to use a pencil to mark all these. It's just a plain old number 2 pencil. I think it's actually a Cotton Cuts number 2 pencil. And I'm just going to use that lightly on the back of the fabric. I found that to be the best marking tool in my arsenal. I have other ones I can use as well, but I find the pencil to be the absolute easiest. There we go. And we're going to be doing a 1/4 inch seam on each side of that marking. So I'm going to change out my presser foot from my 1/4 inch, guided 1/4 inch to just a straight 1/4 inch. I like to use the clear plastic one because then I can see what's happening underneath it. There we go. Judy says she's got her cotton cuts all caught up. She's ready for number 4. That's exciting, Judy. Very great. We are ready for number 5. I have not gotten my number 5 in the mail yet, but I did get the pattern in the mail. So worst case scenario. Again, next weekend there is no live stream. We're going to go the next weekend after that, which I believe is the 22nd. That will be our After Dark edition. It's a Saturday, and then we'll be doing a live stream that Sunday as well. Back to lurking, Dawn says. No worries, Dawn. We understand. We're just glad you're here with us hanging out. All right. So the directions say... We're going to go ahead and actually get these all clipped up together. So I'm going to grab a clip, and I'm going to clip this one up together first. Let's get these all clipped up together before we start sewing. So we got 1 and 2, and then we need 2 and 3, which is this one here. So much stuff here. Let's see. We need number 2, which is this one here, and number 3, which is this one here. So I'm going to grab these 2 here. Go. Mark that one corner to corner. And then give that one a clip. So we have that one marked up. And then I need a 1 and a 3. 1 and a 3. I can see already how this marking chart, this little planning chart is really going to be helpful because we have to keep matching up different colors together. Okay, now it says 4 and 5. So here's a 4. Here's a 5. And now I need 2 of the 5 and 6. So this one's 5, so I'm going to need 1 more of these. one more of those. And one more of these. Judy says, so far I am enjoying it. I'm going to do a large in the next one. That is awesome, Judy. I'm really glad that you're enjoying it. I also am making a small one as well. Actually, I'm making 2 small ones of this colorway. And then the Wild West, we will be doing the Wild West one. We're going to be changing it up a little bit. We're not going to be doing it as an after dark edition. We're actually going to be doing it during the week. Because Lucas is going to be joining us for that one. He's really excited about it. And then if you are a member of our Facebook, then you will already know that I also just announced we have another project coming up on the channel. I have enrolled in the Flowers of the United States project with Cotton Cuts. So I'm going to be doing that one as a video series on the channel, which is really exciting. And then last but not least is a 4 and a 6. It should be this one and this one. Yep. Alright, so we've got all of our pieces laid out and marked. So now we're going to go ahead and sew them up. I've got my thread already in my machine. We're doing half square triangles. So we're going to be sewing on a 1/4 inch from one side of our line and then flipping it over and sewing a 1/4 inch from the other side so that we get 2. Now the directions say to get all these stacked up together, all of them at one time, but we're just going to do one block today so that we can kind of get a feel for how things are going, and then we're going to work from there. Good morning, Alina. Thanks so much for joining us. Hello. Good morning, Gladys. Thanks so much for joining us as well. Happy Sunday morning to you both. Little distracted from chat today. I apologize. Things are moving along a little bit. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and color 1 and 2, which is over here. 1 and 2. All right. So we're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam on either side of the line that we've marked. So I'm just trying to make sure that my lines are nice and marked up. And we're going to go ahead and get started here. There we go. We're doing both sides. All right, there's our first one. Yay, one done. All right. I'm excited to see what this block actually looks like. We've been planning this for so long. I'm really excited to see how this looks. Gazella, no, Lucas is not here right now. I'm sure he'll pop in later, but he is not here right now. Is there something that I can help you with? He has a job for the summer that requires he gets up super early in the morning on Sundays. So I'm sure he'll pop in later. He usually tries to pop in on his break or his lunch. Usually around 11 or 11:30. There we go. I had to check. I thought I could sew this one up wrong sides together, but I did it right, so that's good. All right. Might actually pull my bin down. I think this is going to get a little annoying with me having to keep clipping them. Let's see. Sorry guys, just trying to focus here a little bit, so I'm not really chatting much. I apologize for that. Hope you're enjoying the sound of the machine. It's a little bit quieter because I don't have the walking foot on this morning. I didn't really need it for what we're doing, so it's a little bit quieter. Last weekend after our live stream, I actually took my machine apart and cleaned it out, so it's had a nice thorough cleaning. I try to do that every couple of live streams, just because I don't want it to gum up while we're on camera and things like that. So I do clean it quite often, probably more often than I need to, but I just don't like it to be gummed up. So I went ahead and took the plate out and cleaned that up and changed out my needle. I changed out my needle a lot. So quite a bit. Hi, Katie. Good morning. So great to see you. Hi, Fern. Good morning. So great to see you as well. Happy Sunday morning to you. Thank you both for joining us this morning. I was mentioning it earlier, but for those of you who have missed it, or maybe you've noticed, we're at 595 subscribers already on the channel. It's just crazy. I have no idea what's happening. I don't know if somebody is sharing it or if it's getting picked up by the YouTube algorithm or what's happening, but either way, I'm extremely grateful. I want to make sure that I welcome all of our new members. So if you are new to the channel and you're watching, please make sure you say hello in chat or leave a comment down below so I can say hello to you. I love meeting new friends. That's the whole point of this channel, is to make new friends. Almost there, guys. This is the last of them, and then we're going to slice them up and put them all back together here. I'm excited to see what that looks like. There we go. Thank you very much, Katie. She says, congratulations on your sub numbers. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for that. All right. There we go. Okay. So now it says we're going to go ahead and we're going to be cutting these along that diagonal line. I did read the instructions once already, but I just like to make sure that I'm doing things correctly. So I've got my rotary cutter out here. We're going to go ahead and use that along with my ruler that is now hidden underneath a bunch of paperwork. There it is. Does that happen to anybody else? You always end up losing your ruler? Lose it all the time. Line up my ruler on my diagonal line. Take my rotary blade and go ahead and slice those up. There we go. So next week, we're going on a road trip to Nashville. I mentioned it earlier. I'm really excited for it. I'm also really, really excited to be able to stop by Hancock's of Paducah. I think it's Hancock's of Paducah. I'm really excited. I've driven past it a couple times on our road trips, and I've never been able to stop. So we're making an effort to stop this time. We're going to be there between sometime around either 11:30 or 12. On Friday. So if you're in that area and you wanted to stop by and say hi, I'd be honored to meet anyone that's interested. Just look for the bright orange car. You can't miss it. I drive a bright orange Nissan. And obviously you know what I look like. Mama Joyce and Cheryl will also be there as well. Lucas may even be there. I'm not sure yet. We haven't really formed a plan for that just yet. So yeah, you might be able to meet the whole gang. Wouldn't that be interesting? Jody, good morning. Thanks so much for joining me. She wants to know what I'm working on. Jody, we are working on our Resilient project. Right now we are making the very first block. There's a picture of it in the thumbnail, but I'll also show you guys what it looks like here in just a second again. But that's what we are working on. It's a free pattern. You sign up for a newsletter. The link is in the description box of this video. You sign up for the newsletter, and then you get the pattern for free. And then they're not harassing about the newsletter. I don't hear from them very often, if I'm being honest. I actually hear from like Soya and the other ones way more than I hear from this particular company. But yeah, you sign up for the newsletter and then you get the pattern for free. All right, so let me show you what the pattern looks like again, in case you forgot. This is what it looks like. Oops. See the block there in the bottom? It's like a weird X pattern, like a weird star pattern almost. Kind of neat, but that's what we're going to be making. We're going to be making our very first one. So now the directions say to go ahead and press our seams open. So I'm going to go ahead and warm up my iron. Get my iron all nice and hot. Press the seams open. And then we need to trim them down to 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So we're going to do that. And it looks like I need 2 more solid pieces of number 1. 2 3 1/4 inch pieces of number 1 fabric, of the number 1 fabric, which is for this one is this one here. So I need these 2. I was wondering, because we had cut up 2 blocks that were smaller than all the others, and I was wondering what we were going to use them for. Now I know what we're going to use them for, so that's what these are for here. I'm going to set those aside for now. I'm very, like, everything is everywhere right now. It's a little stressing out for me, but that's all right. We'll get there with it. All right. So now it says to press these open, which is not something I normally do, so it's going to take me a second here to get them done correctly. And I'm not going to worry about the dog ears right now because we are going to be trimming up these blocks. So they're going to be trimmed up. There we go. Gazella, you can redeem only one fat quarter at a time. One per live stream. But if you do exclamation point redeem, space, and then fat quarter, all is one word, you should be able to redeem it. But you can only do one per live stream. You can do one fat quarter and one notion per live stream, but you can only do one per stream. Just type in exclamation point redeem space fat quarter, all is one word, and this computer should take it for you. It should show a thing on the screen that you've redeemed it, and it plays a little sound. What's expensive for me? Oh, honey, I don't mail them out individually. I only mail them out once a month. So you can still redeem 4 of them. You just can only redeem 1 at a time. But I only do the mailing once a month, so it wouldn't be expensive. I think that's what you meant by postage. No, so what do you redeem them, and then I put them in an envelope and I set them off to the side, and then once a month I actually send them out. So you can redeem 4 of them. It's just over the course of 4 live streams. These open seams are tricky. Does anybody have a cool trick for them? Something that's quick and easy besides like unfolding them and I have to like finger press them down first, then make sure that they're like all the way open, then hit them up with the iron. They take a little bit longer. At least I think they do. I think they do. One word, Gazelle. One word. Fat quarter, in the command for it is one word. I know what you're trying to do, but the computer won't see it unless you write it correctly, unfortunately. So it's exclamation point redeem space fat quarter as one word. And then what that does is it deducts the amount of thimbles that are required for that redemption from your account, and then it also sets up a reminder for me to send it out. There's some stuff it does in the background to help out. There you go. That should take it. See if it takes it. Oh, you spelled quarter wrong. There's an R. It's FATQUARTER. So silly. So silly. I'm sorry about that. I promise it does work correctly. For those of you who are wondering what Gazelle is trying to do, she is redeeming her thimbles for her fat quarters. For those of you who are new to the channel, if you're watching this live, then you are earning thimbles, which is basically just a royalty points program. I call them thimbles, but it's basically just a points program, and then you can turn those in for prizes. If you're interested in how many thimbles you have thus far, you can do exclamation point thimbles in chat, And if you're interested in redeeming those and want to know what prizes you can redeem them for, you can do exclamation point prizes in chat. Once a month, I mail out all the redemptions. Like I've been saying, you can only redeem each type of prize once per live stream, but you can do multiple prizes. So you could do one fat quarter and one notion on this live stream, and then the next time you can do another, those two again if you wanted, but only one per live stream. Let's see. The last time you entered a gazelle, you forgot an R. Oh, no, this time you entered it correctly. I didn't see it pop up yet. Sometimes it takes a second. Yes, it did. It says you've successfully redeemed a random fat quarter. So, yeah, you got it this time. Yep, the message showed up in chat. So this time you got it. So congratulations on that. I will get that put together for you. And like I said, I do mail them once a month. So at the end of June, I'll mail them out. So you still have plenty of opportunities to earn some more or redeem some more on other live streams as well. If you're watching this as a replay, unfortunately, though, the Thimble program does not work on replays. It only works on live streams. But I'm trying to do what I can to get some more live streams on different days of the week. So then that way everyone has an opportunity to earn some. But yes, it worked this time. Congratulations on that. This open seams thing is taking forever. I'm glad I'm only doing one of these right now. I could be here all day with this. My goodness. I do have an acorn pen that I can use if the seams don't want to lay nice and flat. But so far they're actually laying pretty good. I should have grabbed my clapper to put on top of these to make sure that they lay super flat. But that's alright. Using my finger to separate them and kind of just lay them down and get them stretched out. And then I take the iron and actually hit it with the iron. I don't use any steam in my iron. I have a wool pressing mat, so I really don't need to. But if I really needed the extra oomph from it, I could use my acorn pen, or I actually have just a regular spray bottle with some water in it that I can just spray on the fabric and let it sit for a second. Hi, Carrie. Good morning. Welcome to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us today. Hi, Shirley. Good morning. Shirley from Around To It is with us. Good morning. If you're interested in following Shirley, if you're not already a subscriber of Shirley's channel, please make sure you head over there and subscribe. You can do exclamation point Shirley in chat. It'll give you a link. She is truly an expert. Truly an expert. She has so many helpful tips and tricks on her channel. I have gone back to her videos so many times on things like cleaning your mat, sharpening your tools, just so many wonderful things. Make sure you check out her channel. Melina, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The command is give. So it's exclamation point give, and then the user's name, and then the space, and then the number of thimbles you want to give them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't work, I can make a note, and I can do it manually after the channel is ended, after the stream is over. If Lucas was here, he could do it live, but I can make a note for you, and I can change it afterwards if you want to gift your thimbles to someone and the command doesn't work. It seems like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So Lucas and I have just opted to to do it manually. See if that works. It should give you a confirmation that says so-and-so gave so-and-so, you know, thimbles. But it does not look like it does. Bye, Gazelle. Thanks so much for joining us. It does not look like it's working, so I can make a note and do that for you after the channel is over. If you give me just a second here, I can make a note of that. Second. So, sure, of course. So Melina, from Melina to Carrie Leonard. And you want to give her 1,000, I think you said, right? Yeah. 1,000. Okay. And then I see another note here that Judy wants to give Carrie 100. All right. Okay, I can take care of those after the stream is over. Hi, Susan. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us today. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. We are working on our Resilient project. It's a free pattern that you can get for subscribing to a newsletter. There's a link in the description box below to the website where you can go to find it. I don't dare try to pronounce it because I will butcher it for certain. But it's down there in the description. I leave a description for all of my videos. I try and give you guys what the pattern name is, what the fabric name is. And if I know where to purchase those things, I will also include links to them in the descriptions below. I mean, I don't always have them, obviously, but I try to. There we go. Naomi, good morning. My goodness, it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Shirley, she's so sweet. She says, thank you for the compliment, but I'm not an expert. I'm a perfectionist. Wish I wasn't. Always trying to find ways to make things easier for myself. Well, I consider those two the same thing, Shirley, honestly. If you have more skills and wisdom than I do, then I consider you an expert. And you, for sure, have more skills and wisdom than I do. Good morning, Teresa. Hello, how are you? I hope you are well. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday morning to you. Just a quick reminder to everybody watching, if you haven't already, please consider tickling that like button for me. Really appreciate it. Lets others know that you like the channel and that you like this particular video. So they might consider watching it themselves. Alright, that was the last of our half square triangles that we needed to iron up. Now that they're all ironed, we need to trim them down to 3/4 by 3/4. So I'm going to set these off to the side for now for just a minute. There we go. There's my 45-degree angle. I'm going to use the 45-degree angle on my ruler to make sure that I keep things nice and straight. Run that down the seam, and then I'm going to line up the edge with my 3/4 by 3/4. I'm going to go just a little bit over that, so then that way I can actually trim this up just a little bit more. Let's see, there's half, there's 3/4. Gotta make sure I do this right. Trying to line it up. There we go. Always takes me a minute to kind of get it lined up or the way it's supposed to be. And flip this one here. 45 degrees. 3/4. Like that. Spin it again. 45 degrees, 3/4. All right, there we go. We got one block trimmed up to 3/4 by 3/4. Let me just triple check it and make sure. Yep. Yep. Okay. One done. Quite a few to go. Broccoli cheese. I'm not sure when hubby is going to get back to Vancouver Island to pick up the dog. Oh my. Oh, she's making broccoli cheese soup. Yummy. Susan wants to know what I'm making. Susan, we are working on our Resilient project. Here, let me show you guys what it looks like again. It's in the thumbnail as well in case you missed it. This is what it looks like. We're working on one block, which is down here at the bottom here. That's this here. That's one block. Broccoli cheddar soup is one of my favorites. It's really, really yummy. We're going to be doing a lot of trimming here, so might as well make yourself comfy. Because we got, just for one block, we have all these pieces we have to trim up. And I take my time when I'm trimming them to make sure that I do it correctly. So that's why it takes a little bit longer. So I do apologize for taking so long, but I like to make sure it's correct. And I trim all 4 sides. To make sure that I'm doing it correctly. Go. Spin it again. I'm using that 45-degree angle as a guide to make sure that the pieces are lined up the way they're supposed to be. Go. Oh, Susan, no problem. No problem at all. There we go. Side was basically already trimmed, but did it anyway. It's fine. And then now this side. So it's trimmed up too. Seems a little off, so let's just see what we got going on here. No, I guess that's right. I think it's just where the angle is. Let me just triple check. 3/4 by 3/4. Yep, that's right. All right. Judy says, time to go to work. We'll be listening. Well, Judy, we appreciate you listening while you're working. We are working as well, just in a little bit of a different way. We're not getting paid for it yet. That's all right, though. That's okay. There we go. 3/4. There we go. Rotate it again. Now you probably don't need to do all 4 sides, but I like doing all 4 sides because in that way I can make sure that everything is laying exactly the way I need it to. Plus it also helps me trim off the dog ears. So I'm just doing the whole thing all the way around. 45-degree angle. And then I slide it up or down based on what I need to get it to match up to the 3/4 line. And trim it up. All right. 3/4 by 3/4. Yep, there it is. What is everybody else working on this weekend? Anything fun? Anything exciting? Anybody starting any new projects? Just a reminder, if you are working on a project and you'd like to share with the group, we encourage you to post a picture on our Facebook or Instagram. I love seeing what you guys are working on. It really keeps me inspired. You guys are so talented. It's unbelievable. Thank you to everybody that's posted pictures there already and that continues to do so. I don't think Maria's here, but she posted a picture. She sent me an Instagram DM the other day that she finished her cross stitch. She posted it on her Instagram story. It was awesome. It's amazing. It was Clark Gable from, I think it was from Casablanca. It was Clark Gable and I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember who it was. I think it was from Casablanca. I have to admit the black and white movies are not my forte. I am not overly familiar with them. You know, oh, you know what? It might have been Breakfast at Tiffany's. It might have been Breakfast at Tiffany's. It might not have been Casablanca. It might have been Breakfast at Tiffany's. I'm terrible with the black and white movies. I'm terrible with them. All right, so there's that one. All trimmed up. I told you guys this is going to be boring because I'm just trimming up blocks here. So I do apologize for that. It is a necessary evil. It's a requirement. We've all had to do it. Trimming up the blocks. And I wish there was a way to make it go faster, but I do not have a circuit, so this is how it goes. There we go. Frank says, I love black and white movies. Mr. Wizard does as well. He's a big fan of black and white movies. I'm sorry to say, I am embarrassed to say that I'm not a huge fan of them. I've seen just about every movie with Elvis in it, and 99.9% of them are black and white. So that is not to say that I've never watched a black and white movie, because I absolutely have. They're just not my favorite.
I have a really hard time with them keeping my interest, and it's just a thing for me. It's just a thing. Like I said, I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I think it was Breakfast at Tiffany's though that she was working on. I'm pretty sure. If anybody else knows, please comment. Hi Chloe, good morning. Yes, Chloe, I agree with you. She says I'm Terry. She's so glad that Terry's settings are fixed, so we can see her again. Terry had some issue. We had some issues with Terry yesterday, or not issues with her. We had issues with her settings. I don't know if it was her settings or my settings or what happened, but all I know is we couldn't see her last week, and we were really upset about it. But we are so grateful that she stuck around with us and watched anyway and hung out. So we're just really glad that that's all fixed. That was one of the first things I said when I popped in. I said, oh, good, Terry's here. Whatever it was, it fixed itself, hopefully. Naomi says, I bought a cute display cabinet with glass doors. I hope seeing my cute quilting cottons will encourage me to make something. Oh, Naomi, congratulations on that. That's very exciting. We hope so too. We hope so as well. Have an awesome day, Terry. No problem. Thanks so much for sticking around. I appreciate it. We appreciate you being here. You can always catch the replay later. I mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. There will be some videos coming back to the channel here soon. I have signed up for the Cotton Cuts State Flowers project. I'm really excited about it. I signed up for it, so we're going to be working on that. It's interesting. All right. But that will be a video series on the channel. I haven't done a video series in a really long time, so I'm a little out of practice. So it's going to take me a minute to get things kind of in the groove. The really cool thing that, and it wasn't really clear when I signed up for it, but I'm really glad it turned out the way it did. It wasn't clear because you get 5 states at a time on this particular project, and that's really cool. But I wasn't sure if the blocks were all going to be the same or if they were going to be different. That wasn't really clear to me, and unfortunately, I did not get to watch their live stream that explained it a little bit more. So I kind of just took it on faith. But it turns out they are different, so that's really great. So each state will have its own video on the channel here soon. I'm hoping to actually get those recorded, some of them recorded today. That is my goal. And then I have to obviously edit them and get them up on the channel. So that will be coming soon. So if you miss our quick 30-minute videos on the channel, don't you worry, they're coming back, at least for a little bit. just trying to. I only wanted to make. My goal is to make one block today, and this is gonna take a while. So one block is gonna take a bit because all this trimming work. But like I said, necessary evil. It's all part of the process. We understand all part of the process. So just keep going along. Hi, Marie. I was just talking about you. Your ears must have been ringing, as my grandmother would have said. I was just telling everybody about the cross stitch project that you posted on your Instagram that you had finished. And please help me, because I am terrible at this stuff. Is it Breakfast at Tiffany's or was it Casablanca? I think it was Hepburn and Clark Gable from Breakfast at Tiffany's, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that, so help me out here. Oh, Gone with the Wind. See, I was totally off. See, this is why I tell you guys all the time that I am not an expert. It was Gone with the Wind. Either way, it was absolutely gorgeous. It was beautiful. It looks just like a photograph. It's so amazing. But yeah, okay, Gone with the Wind. That actually makes more sense. And I'm sure Mr. Wizard was probably in a room somewhere yelling at me. Because that's one of his favorite movies. That's Katharine Hepburn and Clark Gable, right? Help me out. I told you, I'm terrible with black and white movies. Terrible with them. But yeah, she posted a picture of it on her Instagram. So if you follow her on Instagram, you should have seen it. It was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. She did a fantastic job. I swear to you, it looks like a photograph. It's that beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Because, I mean, sometimes cross-stitch just doesn't bode well. Yeah, no, Marie, it's no problem. We have Facebook and Instagram, so whichever people are more comfortable with. But I truly appreciated you posting it there. We could see it. Vivian Lee. See? I told you guys, I'm terrible with this stuff. Absolutely terrible. Vivian Lee, thank you. And I'm certain that Mr. Wizard is yelling at me again, because he probably knew that. Not like yelling at me, just, Surprised he didn't pop into chat. He might not even be watching, I don't know. Either way, it was beautiful. No matter who the actress is. So next weekend there is no live stream Saturday or Sunday because I'm going out of town. Then I come back and that's when things really start to happen. I've been teasing you guys about it for a while now. We are doing some construction here at the house. And with that construction, there's also going to be a move of our studio, of my studio. My studio is moving to a different room in our home. Some people are not happy about it. Namely, the person who currently occupies the room. But we're going to have a little bit of a bigger space to work in. And fresh paint and linoleum or vinyl flooring. So it'll be nice and easy to keep clean. I'm looking into maybe some new furniture at some point in time. Not right away, obviously. But so lots of things are going to be happening. So there's going to be... Mr. Wizard. See, I told you he was yelling at me. There's Mr. Wizard. He says I couldn't type fast enough. Well, thank you very much for that, Mr. Wizard. And good morning. Thanks for joining us. So we're going to be doing about 2 or 3 weeks here of no videos on the channel, or no live streams on the channel. And that's actually one of the reasons why I'm hoping to get these videos recorded for you guys, so you have something to watch and not miss me too much while I'm gone. Because that way you guys have something to watch. Because there's going to be, yeah, it's about a 3-week time frame where we've got a bunch of stuff happening. And we just can't get it going here. It's just so weird that it's like that. But okay, I'm going to trust this process here. I feel like I'm using the wrong line on my ruler. Because the 45-degree is just not... It's not what I'm thinking it is. So... But it's working, I guess. It just seems off to me. Let's wait and see. There we go. Go. Dawn, thank you. She says she's excited for me in my new sewing spot. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. I am excited for it as well. It's going to mean some new camera angles, new lighting, more workspace, more storage space. So yeah, I'm truly excited for it as well. Excited for it myself. I hope I'm trimming these right, because I'm using the 45-degree line on my ruler, but it's like not corner to corner, so now I'm kind of worried a little bit. It's like off a little bit, so I don't know if I'm doing this right or not, but hopefully everything turns out the way it's supposed to. I guess we're gonna find out. I guess we're gonna find out. All right, finally, the last one. Yay. All these trimmings go in my bucket. Got my little plastic cup here that I use for all my trimming pieces. Makes things a little bit easier for me. All right, all of our half square triangles are trimmed up to 3/4 by 3/4, and we have 2 pieces that are solids. So now we actually have to lay out our blocks. Let's grab our directions again. Can you believe that this is going to take us, this one block is taking us 2 hours, and that's only because we're doing everything from start to finish. The next time we come back, we're going to be kind of moving this a little bit faster. Dawn says the slots are being good to us. Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. So, you know, this one's taking us a while because we're just doing one. We're going to be doing these a little bit more in bulk later on. But for right now, we're going to be doing this one. So let's go ahead and lay these out. Let me grab all these pieces here. Put these over here for now. Put that up there. This needs to go over here. Okay. So let's lay out our blocks. So we've got the 2 solid pieces here and here. And then we've got the 1 and 2, which... Here, look. 1 and 2 is this one and this one. So these here. This is our 1 and 2 blocks. So they go like that and like that. So this directional fabric is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but that's all right. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm not going to stress about it. And then I need a 1 and 3, which are these here. I am not going to stress about it. The directional fabric is the one with the words on it, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to let that bother me. Like that. Okay, there we go. We're good in there so far. So far, so good. Now I gotta find the 2, which is these 2 here. Laying it like that. Like that. Like that. All right, so far that's half of our block. Yay. You guys can see it okay? So these are big blocks. We're only need to make 16 blocks for this whole quilt. So these are really, really big blocks. Let me just pull these up just a little bit more so we can put it together like that. Okay. Now we need a 6 and a 4. 6 and 4, which is these here. We're going to put those here with the 6 fabric like this. Like that. Okay. Then we need a 4 and a 5, which is these 2 here. This one and this one, I think. Yep. 4 and a 5. So that's this one here. That one there. So it makes like a triangle. Okay. So far, so good. Can you guys see it okay? It's exciting. Yes, it is going to be so gorgeous. Now that I'm putting the pieces together and I'm actually getting to see the colors and the fabrics, I'm like, oh, I'm getting really excited for this. Oh, now the slots are being mean. Oh, geez. I'm getting really, really excited for this. Okay, so 6 is this one here. 6 and 5. Here like this. I'm running out of space again. I told you these are big blocks, so we're going to move these up just a little bit more here. I'm getting really excited. Of course, we're going to put the whole block together today, so you guys are going to get to see what it looks like. We might even end up running a little late. We'll see. Let's see. 5 and 6. Like that. And then like that. And then like that. Yeah, just like that. Can you guys see it? You can kind of see what it looks like. You see these colors down here and these colors here, and it looks really, really cool. So let's put it together. Kelly, no problem. We totally understand. Pretty purple fabrics. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and start putting these together so you guys can see what it looks like. So I'm just going to take, and I'm going to do these in columns. So I'm going to take these ones here and sew them up together. And then I'm going to sew this piece onto it and then this piece onto it. And then I'll sew the rows up together. So we're going to do it this way. We're going to take these 2 pieces first. And I'm going to switch out my presser foot to my my guided 1/4 inch, so I know for a fact I'll get a really good 1/4 inch. I'm really excited. It's finally coming together. And we're just doing this one block just to kind of see what it looks like. The directions actually give us instructions on how to do this in bulk so that we can do it all at one time. You know, lay everything out and then sew everything up together and things like that. So we're going to do that the rest of the time. But for this one block, I wanted to get this one block together so we can kind of see what it looks like. All right, so there's one. Here's our second one. being dumb there for a second. And now this one. It's not going to like that bulk, but we're going to try and do what we can here. Next one here. All right, let me just lay it back out, make sure I've got it laid out correctly. I got this way. And now with these seams, I'm going to press them, you know, all one way to the one side like this. So I'm going to do every other. So the top row, I'm going to press towards the left. The next row, I'm going to press towards the right. Which you could do open seams, I guess, as well. If you wanted. I'm just used to doing it this way, so that's the way I'm going to do it. There we go. Go. So far so good. Now we're going to take this next piece and add it on here. And I've just got them stayed connected together so I don't don't lose my rows. It's a trick I learned from Donna Jordan of Jordan Fabrics. You just keep them all connected up together so then that way you don't lose their order. And it does make it a little bit of a challenge sometimes to kind of get through it. But I know we can do it. I know that we can make it work. Okay, so there's that one. Open up this one. Grab this next one here. Come on. Come on. It jammed up on me. Sorry, I'm not really paying attention to chat here for just a second. I'm trying to put these blocks together. If I've missed something, I apologize. Good morning, Brenda. In fact, I did miss something. I missed Brenda popping in there. So good morning. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. I hope you're well. I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you. We are working on our Resilient project. This is our first block for the project. We're really excited about it, or at least I know I'm excited. I don't know if anybody else is, but I am excited about it. to kind of see what it's going to look like with these fabrics. I've been stressed out about these fabrics forever, trying to find the best pattern to go with them that was really going to showcase them the way I wanted them to be showcased. And I think, or I hope, that I have found that pattern. I feel like there was another piece here. Wasn't there another piece? Maybe not. So hopefully this works out. We'll have to wait and see. The whole quilt is only 16 blocks. So not a lot of blocks. But we've got them all laid out here. And our color chart. This one now. And then last but not least is this one here. And that will be all the columns together, or all the rows are now sewn up together. So now we just need to sew the rows together. Hi. Agnes, good morning. My gosh, I feel like it's been absolutely forever since I've seen you. I hope you're well. I hope you're doing fantastic. I hope you're having a great summer so far. I feel like it's been forever. I'm sure you were lurking and or watching replays, and I just haven't caught you in chat. So good morning. Oh, welcome to a new subscriber, Laundered Cotton Cuts. Thank you so much for subscribing. Sounds like they're a Cotton Cuts fan like us, so welcome to the channel. We're so grateful you're here. You'll have to wait 5 minutes before you can join into our chat. That's part of the rules here, just to keep all those bots out. But welcome to the channel. We can't wait to get to know you better. While you're waiting for that 5 minutes, you can also head over to our Facebook group and join our Facebook group if you're interested. Facebook and or Instagram, whichever you prefer. If someone would mind doing an exclamation point FB in chat, it'll give a link for them so they can go over and head over there and join those if they so choose to. Agnes says, I watch lots of replays. Well, I am so grateful that you're here. Thank you, Dawn, for throwing that in there. Thank you very much for that. So if you're so interested, it is a private group, so you do have to be approved, but don't worry. We will get you approved. There we go. While you're waiting for those 5 minutes, you can join that. We are huge lovers of Cotton Cuts here on this particular channel. This project we're working on right now is not a Cotton Cuts project. This is an actual, this is a normal project as I refer to it. But we do a lot of Cotton Cuts here on this channel. We're going to be doing a lot more here soon, so keep an eye on it. And that's a great reminder to anyone else that is watching right now. If you're watching live or replay and you have not already, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to turn on those notifications so you're reminded every time we go live. We do mostly live streams here on this channel. Sunday mornings, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. But we do have at least once a month, we do a Saturday evening, which we call the After Dark edition, where we're working on our Tree of Life. I'm going to be adding a weekday stream to the channel here very soon. I need to figure out which way I'm going with this. This way. We're going to be adding when Wild Wild West comes through. We're going to be doing that one as a weekday live stream. So I'm really excited about that. I have to check this. There we go. Put that one here. So this one goes this way. Yep. Making sure my seams are going the right way. Lori says, be right back. Hardware store. I hope it's fun. Oh, Dawn, that's so kind of you. I'm actually hoping to have a couple of new videos that I can post up while we're waiting. Dawn is mentioning about, there's going to be like at least 2, maybe 3 week time frame where I'm not going to do any live streams because we're going to be doing a bunch of construction here around my home, and we're going to be moving our studio into a different room within the home. So there's tear down, set up, paint, and all kinds of fun stuff going on. So Dawn said she's gonna try and go I am her Sunday morning routine, which is so sweet. Thank you for that. So she says while she's waiting for me to come back with my lives, she's gonna be watching some other videos, some other replay videos, and I appreciate that. I am gonna try to actually post some videos on the channel. What is happening here? Hang on. I'm hoping to get some posts up while we're waiting. Next week is just a single week where we're going to be missing out, but then I'll come back for a weekend, and then there's going to be that space in between. It's going to be at least two weekends, maybe 3. It just depends on how much we're able to get done and how quickly we can get it done. But if you're on our Facebook or Instagram, I'm trying to keep everybody. I'm going to try to keep everybody updated there as to what's going on and what we're doing. Maybe give you some sneak peek video photos and stuff. So make sure if you're not already a member of our Facebook group, make sure you go sign up there, or follow us on Instagram. It's So Not an Expert YT for YouTube on our Instagram account. We are almost done with this block. I am so excited to see what it looks like. It's coming together much nicer than I was expecting it to. The hardest part of this is really just like the organizing of the fabrics. And that's why this color chart, I can totally see the value in having this color chart. And for those of you that are just joining us, I'll show you what I mean by this color chart in just a second. Or you can go back and watch the previous video for this specific project. The last time we did a live stream for this project, we put together a color chart. All right, guys, are you ready to see this? Check this out. This looks so cool. This is so neat. Block 1 is officially done. That's neat. I'm not sure that I really liked the white with the dark like that, but I think when we mix it up with all the other ones, it's going to look really cool. But this is the first block. Isn't that fun? Brenda says, have I missed any engagement news? No, Brenda, no. No engagement news. No. Nothing yet. I don't suspect we will hear anything about that until later in the year. For those of you who are wondering what Brenda might be talking about, she's likely talking about our moderator, Lucas. is the boyfriend of my daughter, Tony. They have been together for, gosh, I think they're going on 6 years now. So she'll be a senior in college. He's already graduated. In fact, he had a job interview this week for what will hopefully become something good for him. So we're all hopeful for him. All right, so let me show you. The iron needs to warm back up again before I can give this a nice hot iron. It's weird. My screen just went black for a second. That was fun. So here is the block planning sheet I was referring to. This came with the pattern, and basically you take little 1/2-inch pieces of your fabric and you put them together, and you want to make sure that you don't do the same block in the same number. So like this one here, let me go over here. So this one here is block 1, and we don't want another block 1 with this fabric. Isn't that neat? So then that way we know for certain that we're never going to have a duplicate. And it was a little confusing at first. And if you watch last week's live stream, or not last week, but the last time we were working on this project, if you watch that live stream, you'll understand why it was a little confusing at first. But once we got the hang of it, it worked out really well. And so right now we are working on block 1, which is what this block is, and that's how the numbers are going to lay out. So this is really cool. And this is the first block. I am so excited. This is exactly the way I wanted it to look. So I'm really, really excited for this. So I'm going to go ahead and iron this up. The iron is getting warm. And then what we're going to do next is we've got about half an hour left. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start to pin up the stuff together, I think. I need to make sure I mark them. I think what I'm going to do I do have some numbers, but I don't think they go all the way to 16. I think they only go up to 10. Let's see. So pretty. Yes, 100%. I agree with you. 100%. 0. Here's 8. They go up to 9. Okay. Okay. So I think what we'll do, I was thinking of maybe I could just put together some blocks and just number them. Maybe we'll do 1 through 10 or 1 through 9. Since there's 16 blocks, we can do 1 through 8. That's what we'll do. We'll do 1 through 8. So I'm pretty sure I have my numbers here. Let's see. Those are letters. Ooh, that was fun. 1 through 6, I think. Here. Let's see. Yeah, this is 1 through 6 in blue. Do I have the pink ones in here? Yes, I do. No, those are letters. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. I'm just looking for my alphabetes. I've got numbers and letters. I'm going to go through numbers, not the numbers here, and we're going to do 1 through 8. So we're going to put together the pieces for 1 through 8. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. But let me put these numbers here. There's 8, 7, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Actually, so that I don't confuse myself, I'm going to do 1 through 9, and I'm going to skip 1 since we already did 1. I'm going to put these back in here. Up on my door here, I've got little storage racks on my door that I'm using. Okay, good. The iron is hot. Let's get that here. Put that away for a second. That away for a second. Okay, let's iron this up first, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Oh, the iron seems to be stuck. Yep. The leg of the table. Let's try this again. There we go. There we go. All right, there we go. Got it all kind of laid out a little bit. We're going to hit it with the iron. At least now we have a better idea of what this block and this quilt is going to look like based on this block. We're going to be making a total of 16 blocks. Is what we need. And now this one block took quite a bit of time because we did one block from start to finish. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go back and we're going to actually start to do 8 blocks the other 7 blocks and then 8 blocks at a time. Things will go a little bit faster, I think. All right. So one more time, this is what the block looks like for this project. Super excited about it. I'm loving the way that the fabrics are looking. I'm really loving that. 11-year anniversary. Well, congratulations, Fern. That's really exciting. I'm happy for you. That is super exciting. Mine and Mr. Wizard's anniversary is in January. We have been together for 14 years? 15 years? 15 years, I think. I don't know, after a while you lose count. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take one of these alphabetties for each of our blocks. So we're going to do 1 through 7, and we're going to take the fabric we need for each one, and we're going to mark them up together. So we've already done block 1, so I'm just going to put a little check mark next to block 1 so we know we've done that one. Okay. And now block 2 is the next one up, and it looks like, let me just triple check and make sure my numbers, but I think we need basically 2 blocks of each color. Let's just see. So we need 1, 2 of number 1, 2 of number 2, 2 of number 3, 2 of number 4, 3 of number 5, and 3 of number 6. Okay. Alright, so let's put these together. So now this is block 1. So I need 2 of these. Let me show you. Then I need 2 of these. And actually, you end up needing 2 of the solid pieces of number 1. So I need these smaller ones too. There we go. There we go. And then I need 2 of these. Four, this one. 2 number 4s. Number 5 is this one. So I need 3 of these. And then 3 of these. Okay, so that's all the pieces we need for block 2. Now we're going to go ahead and pair these up together real quick. So we're going to take a number 1. Read the instructions. We need a number 1. So take these out. Those are the shorter ones. So we need a number 1 and a number 2. Then we need a number 2 number 3. Then we need a number 3. And a number 1. Excuse me. We need a number 4. And a number 5. Bye, Kathy. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. I hope you have a wonderful week. We need 2 number 5s and number 6s. So that's this one here. And oops, I grabbed the wrong. This isn't it. I was looking at the wrong thing. It's not this one. I'm sure you guys saw it, had seen it already, and I just missed it. Thanks for catching that. I think it's this one. Oh, and we flipped them around. So it's actually this one. Right? Yeah. Let me just make sure that I don't have this in a number 2 already. Nope. Nope. All right. Hang on. Those stay there. Okay, hang on. Sorry. 2 number 5s and 2 number 6s, which is this one and this one. So these 2 go together. Not super thrilled about the fact that these are 2 purples together, but that's all right. We'll get over it. Because I switched out 2 fabrics. That one, and then this one and this one go together. All right. Now I've got them all laid out together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and this one here, and then these 2. And I'm going to say this is block number 2. I'm going to grab the number 2 and clip. I clip them all up together as number 2. There we go. I was trying to I'll just do them all together. So now these pieces here are all laid out and are ready to go as block number 2s. Now what I could do is I could actually sew them up as half square triangles just to get them sewn up together. But the directions actually say just to get all your pieces together and then sew everything up. So that's what we're going to do. Say number 2. So that all of these are for number 2. For block number 2. So that is how we're going to do this. So block number 3, and it's a little bit of a slow going process because everything kind of goes together a little bit. So 2 of these, and then 2 of these. I'll grab this one here again one more time. I'll grab the small pieces from this one. That's for block number 1, 2. Excuse me, my goodness, 3. Number 4 is, that one's the smaller ones. Okay, hang on. Hold on, I figured something out. Got the wrong pieces in here. Yeah, this one here. Actually, this one. Some of our fabrics, the prints are kind of big, so when we cut up our little pieces, it makes it a little bit of a challenge to figure out which ones are which. So it's actually this one. And then this one actually goes here. There we go. This is for number 2. Crap. There we go. I'm gonna have to look at this one again real quick, because I just spun it around. This is why you have this wonderful color chart, because otherwise you're going to get completely lost. Wow, Nancy won a TL18. That is so exciting for you, Nancy. Congratulations. That's truly exciting. I'm so happy for you. All right, let's put these fabrics back together, because I don't know what I did here. They're all over. I'm really confused by them now. I had them all laid out, and then I had to pull them apart because I put the wrong fabric in here. And now I don't know what I'm doing. So we're just going to lay it all out one more time. Just going to do it again. Make sure we get it right the first time. Last thing I want to do. Now, what I can do, what I could do is I could pin them so that I know. So like this one's 1. This one's 2. Like this. Take a pin. Like that. Okay, there's 1. And then I need a 2 and a 3, which is this one and this one. And then 1 and 3, which is this one and this one. The hardest part of this is putting all these fabric pieces together, I think. I feel like. And then 4 and 5. And then 2 pairs of 5 and 6. So this is 5. And this is 6. I would be a kid waiting for Christmas too. Yeah, if I was getting a new sewing machine. Absolutely. I remember when I bought this one. I bought this one used on eBay, and it was like, it took them like a week and a half to ship it to me. And then I went on vacation right after it arrived. So I couldn't use it for like another week after I got it. And same thing, it was just completely stressing me out. I'm like, just get me behind the machine. I just want to play with it. But that's really exciting, Nancy. Congratulations. That is super duper exciting for you. Alright, so now they're all pinned up and ready to go. For number 2, I've got my 2 extra pieces here. So I'm going to take my number 2. I like this better, having them all pinned up like that. I think that's going to be much easier. Alright, that was number 2. Now back to number 3. I was pulling fabric for number 3. To grab this one here is number 5. So I need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And then, nope, wrong fabric. I keep looking at the wrong thing. It's this one. One, 2, 3. And then this one is number 6, which needs 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. All right. So let me lay these out now. So now we've got a 1 and a 2. So when we come back to this project, we're going to finish laying out our pieces for blocks 2 through 8, which I'll have 2 done here in just a second. And then we can start sewing them all up as half square triangles and then cut them all and do it that way. So hopefully that's going to be a little bit faster, but I wanted to do this first one from start to finish so that we had a completed block so we could see what it looked like. Because I think all of us have been kind of chomping at the bit a little bit to see what it looked like. We've got 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 4 and 5. Okay. 2 of 5 and 6, which is these 2. 2 of these. Five and 6. One and 3 is the one I missed. The only bad part about doing this is it's going to take a lot of trimming when we get to that step, but that's all right. And then this one should be these 2. All right, so this is block number 3. Those 2 pieces here. Number 3. Wonder clip there. All right. Okay. So we've got them all like that. Okay, so that's it for today for our Project Resilient. We've made one block, which is absolutely gorgeous. You guys have seen it a couple times. We're working off the color chart that we made the last time we met up, which it's a little tricky, but it's working. So we've got our pieces put together for blocks 2 and blocks 3. When we come back, we're going to put the rest of the pieces together for blocks 4 through 8. And then we're going to go ahead and start sewing them up together. So I imagine next episode's probably going to be a little bit uneventful because we're just going to be matching up pieces together and then sewing up half square triangles. So it's going to be a little bit of a slow process, but that's okay. That is the point of a quilt, is to kind of get things going. But I'm really excited for it. Now that I see the block and how big the block is, we're only going to be making a total of 16 blocks for this whole project. The project is going to finish at 52 by 52, so it's a decent sized throw, and we're going to be working on that, and I'm super excited. As a reminder, there are no live streams next weekend. I will be out of town. If you are in the area of Hancock, Paducah, the store Hancock's of Paducah, if you're in the area Friday mid-afternoon between 11:30 and 12 o'clock, please feel free to stop by then. That is about the time that I will be there. We're going to be stopping there on our way down to our final destination, which is Nashville. So we're going to be hitting there on our way down. I'm really excited for it. I've never been to this store. I really want to check it out. Mama Joyce and Sherlock Cheryl will be with me, so at minimum you'll be able to meet them as well as myself, and if I can convince him to, Lucas may even end up there as well. So if you're in that area this Friday coming up between 11:30 and 12, look for a bright orange vehicle. That will be us arriving, hopefully around that time frame. Otherwise, I will see you guys again here in 2 weeks. We will be back here on the 22nd, Saturday the 22nd, for After Dark Edition. We'll be working on our Clue 5s of our Tree of Life project, which I still have to do Clue 4 of my other one. I'm doing the Radiance online with you guys, but I have the Redwoods as well as... I keep pointing over there, like you guys can see where I'm pointing. It's on a shelf. I'm working on the Redwood one as well, so I need to actually finish that one up today too. Also, keep an eye on the channel for some videos. I know it's been a really long time since I posted any regular videos on the channel. We've kind of went to a live stream format here, but I'm going to be working on the Flowers of the States, the United States project, and I'm going to be doing one flower per video. So if you guys are interested in watching that, make sure you check that out. Those videos will probably be 30 to 40 minute videos, depending on how long it takes me. Each state is a different block, which I think is really cool and really exciting. So we're going to take a look at that. So keep an eye out for that. I probably won't be starting to post those this week. It probably will be at least another week or so before those start. But I'll keep you guys updated. Comments, questions, you guys have any ideas on things that you'd like to see on the channel, improvements, thimbles that you need me to move around, please feel free to email me, send me a message on Facebook, DM me on Instagram, wherever you can. I try and be as available as I can. Please be patient though. I do have a 9 to 5, or as I call it, the 7 to 6 job. So sometimes it takes me a day or so to get back to you, especially when I'm traveling on vacation. We'll be leaving here Friday, coming back Monday. Things like that. So I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I haven't mentioned already. Also, as a reminder, if you guys are interested, if you do ! merch in chat, you can get one of these really cool coffee mugs. There's also drawstring bags, t-shirts, tank tops, sweatshirts, all kinds of other stuff there as well that have our logo on them. So very exciting for that. ! Merch, or you can look down in the description box below. There will be a link down there that says something about tips. If you click on that button, it will then give you a button that says merch, and you can follow it there. Everybody says praying for safe travels. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Nancy says, hopefully I'm over this cough. Oh, gosh, I hope so. If not, you can always wear a mask. We're welcome to see you then. But anyway, if you guys are in the area, please feel free. Please stop by. I would love to meet you guys, take a couple pictures, introduce myself. Otherwise, I will see you guys here all again in 2 weeks, the 22nd, for Saturday After Dark, and then the 23rd for our Sunday morning live stream. Welcome again to all of our new subscribers.
Thanks so much for joining us today. Thanks so much for watching, for subscribing. If you're just checking out this video now, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. I appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys again soon. I never know how really to end these videos. It's like I always have so much that I want to tell you and so many things I want to thank you for. So thanks again so much for everything. And we will be back to this resilience project. I don't think we're going to hit it up again until either late July or early August. It's going to be a minute. So, but we'll catch back up with it, I promise. Until then, I will see you guys again all really, really soon. Thank you again so much. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.